land of fire and ice. This is Yellowstone as you've never seen it. Living here is not easy. Seasons of punishing extremes set the stage for survival. A test of skill and power. It begins in winter, and the game is on. The wolves of Greater Yellowstone are on the hunt. This is the dark wolf's first winter as leader. Her mate was killed. Now she's in charge. Her pack is young. Dark Wolf must teach them how to hunt as a team, or they won't live through winter. Their first lesson, how to take down an elk 5 times your size. The wolves' only chance is to work together. But the pack doesn't keep up. One good kick could crush her skull. Hunting big game alone is futile. She must teach the pack to work together, or they won't last. In winter, everyone needs a strategy to survive. As temperatures plummet, tensions rise. It triggers Yellowstone's ultimate fight club, the Bighorn Sheep Rut. Every big testosterone-raging ram considers himself a contender. The arena, a coliseum of 800-foot-high cliffs. Their feet are built to grip the rock. But sheep do fall. The last ram standing gets to mate. This big old ram is reigning champ, but his trials have just begun. At 2 miles high, these mountains shape Yellowstone's weather. They surround the park. They sit at the end of a 500-mile corridor forged by Yellowstone's supervolcano. This corridor is also a weather expressway, funneling moist Pacific air straight to Yellowstone. When this moisture collides with the mountains, it turns to massive amounts of snow. But there are some who use snow to their advantage. The red fox is built for winter. At only 10 pounds, he doesn't break the snow's surface, so he can search far and wide for prey. But how do you find what you cannot see? His solution? Big ears. The catch? His victims are under 2 feet of snow. But he can pinpoint the faintest sound. The fox locks onto a target. A meadow vole. But what now? If he digs, the vole will flee. Instead, he flies. Just a small bite, but in winter, every calorie counts. And some days require an extraordinary amount of energy. The reigning champ of bighorn sheep battles stands to lose everything. Only the strongest ram earns the right to mate. This huge young brawler wants a shot at the title. And he won't leave without a fight. The main event, challenger versus champion. Winner takes all. The reigning ram and his heavyweight challenger size each other up. The ewes await their champion. Their massive horns are used as both weapon and shield. They weigh up to 30 pounds, as much as all the bones in their body combined. A massive tendon keeps their head on their shoulders. 2 layers of skull bone absorb each collision. force of this impact could kill a human instantly. It's too much for the old ram. He has no fight left. There's a new champion in the herd. The dark wolf has her pack on the move. 30 miles and counting. And still, no big meals. The younger wolves have much to learn. Most days are spent searching for a lead. A wolf's nose is 100 times more sensitive than a human's. The faintest scent tells them who was here and when. Dark wolf picks up a promising trail. Droplets of blood from an injured elk. This could feed her pack for several days. The herd splits up when wolves appear. They'll hide under the cover of forest. The wolves know he's here, somewhere. You can't hide blood from a nose this good. The hunt is on. The wolves must work together. Even a wounded elk puts up a fight. They take turns leading the chase, looking for weakness. The elk makes a clever move. The stream buys him some time. The inexperienced youngsters await the dark wolf's move. But the pack has lost the advantage. And they know it. Another failed hunt. Another hungry night ahead. While some suffer in Yellowstone's early winter, river otters are in their element. But the fun is coming to an end for this mother and her 9-month-old pup. Their home on the Yellowstone River is freezing up. Soon, they'll have to strike out and find a new source of open water. And there are many dangers in Yellowstone's winter. A starving coyote will eagerly kill and eat the young otter. The coyote is patient, looking for a chance to strike. He can swim, but not like an otter. Mom and her pup are safe, for now. But Yellowstone won't let them off that easy. Soon, almost everything will freeze. Without open water, the otters will be in trouble. Yellowstone even tests its largest animals. Bison have lived here since just after the last ice age. They've survived 10,000 Yellowstone winters. But it's this calf's first. Winter forces them on the move to find food. The calf must keep up. The bison are not heading to greener pastures, but warmer ones. Yellowstone's geyser basins stay open all year, thanks to the chamber of molten magma boiling under the park. Beyond the thermals, the freeze is happening fast. Ponds are first to set. Then slower flowing streams and rivers. Then the faster ones. Winter even tames the Rockies' largest waterfall. Lower Yellowstone Falls. The otters are now in crisis mode. There's only one hole left in the ice. And it's freezing up too. They need to leave and find a new home. But Mom is cautious. With a coyote on the prowl, she'd rather hold tight here for now. But the pup's natural instinct is to wander. This could be a fatal mistake. The young otter is caught out. His eyes are designed for life underwater. Out here, he can barely see. He's lost and alone. Halfway through their trek, the bison mother is breaking trail and struggling. Her calf can only keep up by walking in her footsteps. At its worst, Yellowstone's bitter winter can kill hundreds of bison. At last, a sign of hope. Warm water is keeping this river from freezing. The geyser basin must be ahead. So close. But Yellowstone is not done yet. Enter the lone wolf. Hungry and desperate. One solitary wolf against 1,000-pound devoted mother. The wolf will try to lead her away, then go for the calf. But it won't work. Mom has seen it all before. The mother otter has not yet found her pup. He's lost further down the frozen river. Too far for Mom to hear his calls. But the coyote hears him. Only the deep snow keeps him at bay. Mom finally picks up a faint scent. The pup's survival depends on who reaches him first. At last, Mom hears her son. And he hears her. No time for greetings. The coyote is closing in. They need to get to open water quickly. And they know just how to do it. Escape at last. The dark wolf and her pack haven't eaten in days. But they have a target, a yearling. The dark wolf drives the elk into deeper snow, where she'll have the advantage. The others now know what to do. They choose their target well. The yearling is tiring. At last, the pack has learned how to hunt together. And just in time. Wolves rule in winter. But the weather is shifting, and so is the balance of power. High in the peaks of Yellowstone's supervolcano, longer days are the first hint of spring. Predators are rising. Over 600 grizzly bears are advancing on Greater Yellowstone. This young male has been asleep for months, and he's hungry. It's going to be a critical summer. The bear's first without Mom. His first finding food for himself. And winning a place at Yellowstone's table is not easy. His mom taught him, if you follow wolves, they lead you to food. It's one thing to follow, another to fight. He should easily fend off a couple wolves. But reinforcements are coming. The wolves keep control. But the bear will be back. By May, 8 months of snow is poised to crash into the world below. Summer is here. Yellowstone transforms with the melt. Rivers swell by 18 times. More than 3 million gallons a minute roars over lower Yellowstone Falls. All this water kickstarts an explosion of life. Summer will be hard on the young, but they don't know that yet. Many of the animals born here will never turn one. It's up to their parents to keep them alive. For wolves, that means killing. This mom means business. The swollen river saves the elk's life. Now she's cold, wet, and still hungry. The young grizzly's hunger drives him 2 miles high into the mountains, where his mother once showed him a hidden treasure. Hiding in the rocks, millions of juicy moths escape the heat. Each one is 70% fat, and he'll eat tens of thousands if he can. But his secret is out. Fights over food turn ugly quick. The desperate grizzly tries to put off the trespassing bears. But mother bears are hard to deter. Hungry, tired, and beaten down, he retreats. Another loss for the young bear. Nothing in Yellowstone is easy. Summer can be brutal and benevolent. A potent cocktail of water and sun triggers Yellowstone's bloom. Filled with nectar, they're reserved for a special guest from 1,000 miles away. This hummingbird flies all the way from Mexico for Yellowstone's sweet nectar. Her extra long tongue can reach the riches at the back of the flower. Beating her wings 60 times a second uses up a lot of fuel. She drinks her body weight every day. And with nectar this sweet, she'll be lured north every summer of her life. Yellowstone's bloom is a window of opportunity for many. This black bear is after fresh grass. Eat up while it's young. These greens are most tender for the first few weeks. While mom feeds, her cubs explore and play. Climbing will come with practice. Dinner time. No skim milk for these guys. Mom's milk is 25% fat. Thanks to her, these cubs will fatten up quick. By late summer, the sun, so welcome months ago, bakes the land without mercy. Even boiling geyser basins begin to dry. Mud pools thicken and explode. Then Yellowstone's sun changes the game again. As summer wanes, a beaver family works around the clock to make repairs to their lodge before winter returns. It's Dad's turn to work the night shifts. Evenings are a cool time to get stuff done. He's a beaver out of water, so he must work quickly. Dangerous things go bump in the night. Coast is clear. Finally, but watch out. This tree has enough branches to finish the job. It's taken all summer, but the beaver's pond is finally full. Their masterpiece will help keep the family alive through winter. As summer fades and temperatures drop, urgency rises. Shorter days trigger the final big event of the summer. A dangerous battle of skills. Dozens of 700-pound elk stags have come out of the woodwork, ready to face off. The stag elk's antlers have grown half an inch a day for months. Just for this moment. An elk battle is as much about technique as brute force. The winner's prize? Mating rights. Fights only last seconds. But 6 minutes in, neither stag is giving up. Finally, the old man runs the Challenger off and claims his harem. His legacy will carry down to thousands of descendants. In this final game of summer, winner takes all. The winter wind announces summer's last call. It's been a difficult season for the young bear. He needs a final meal. His mortal enemies have one. He was chased off a kill by this wolf pack at the start of summer. But he's stronger and wiser and ready to try again. When out of nowhere, a bigger bear beats him to it. The big male is aggressive. The wolves, relentless. Bravely, the young male moves in. The wolves force the big male out. The young bear tries a surprising tactic. Stay calm. Steady. It's cool. By coming in peace, he secures himself a big meal. All bears must make the most of summer. Soon, there will be nothing left for them down here. Then, it will be time to den. The young male climbs high into the mountains to a steep north slope. In just hours, summer will be a memory. Covered for months by 30 feet of snow. On the other side, Yellowstone's summer will be waiting.